Tess has been nominated as a candidate for the American Translators Association's Board of Directors. Part of the election process is to give a speech at the annual meeting of all members in November. In this speech, Tess is trying to convince the members of the American Translators Association to vote for her by explaining what she would like to work on as a member and providing information on what she has already accomplished as an active member of this organization. Plus, give a short explanation of who she is and her background. The speech can be max 5 minutes long, with 2 to 3 minutes for questions and answers afterwards.
Then now let's meet Tess Whitty.
I'm honored to be nominated as a candidate for the ATA Board of Directors, and I'm happy to accept the challenge. As a freelance translator since 2003 and an ATA member since 2004, I know how important this organization is for all of us. Here is what I would like to focus on. I believe communication and collaboration is vital for any organization, and I would like to work on improving and increasing this communication and collaboration between local chapters and groups and the headquarters and board of directors. One of the main benefits also of ATA membership is access to continuing education, and I would like to provide more opportunities of this through more webinars, online courses, which would be a new thing, and more local events. We also need to actively communicate our value as professional translators and interpreters to the public. We as members know the value of our services and need to make sure that our clients and the public understands it too. I would like to work with the ATA to market our value and our importance to the business globally. The reputation of the ATA certification exam is growing globally, and the interest for the exam is coming from regulators and language professionals around the whole globe. Creating a computerized exam and potentially opening it up to non-members will help meet this demand and help grow the association. However, we still have some work to do to increase the recognition of the CT credential in the international business community. My background in marketing has helped my business a great deal, and I'm passionate about sharing my knowledge and experience with other freelancers. Many freelance translators and interpreters have found my book, The Marketing Cookbook for Translators, very useful, and it has been selected as recommended literature in several translation and interpretation institutions around the globe. I also love sharing my own and other linguists' marketing and business tips through my podcast, Marketing Tips for Translators, now in its 3rd year with over 100 episodes. During the past 13 years, I have gone from a novice freelance translator to having a thriving freelance business and have become heavily involved in the translation industry. For me, the key to success was getting involved in professional associations. I previously served ATA by starting the English into Swedish certification exam. I was the president of Utah Translators Association. I was also the chair of the chapter and affiliate group committee and have been a member of the Nordic Division Committee and the School Outreach Committee for several years. I'm currently serving as the chair for the newly formed Membership Committee and for the English into Swedish certification program. I would be thrilled to further contribute my passion, my dedication, and experience as a member member of the board. Thank you.
All right, let's take a minute to write Tess some notes, let her know how she did. Now, were we doing questions or?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so there you go.
Oh, did you want questions for you?
Sure.
Tess, if I remember right,
Yeah.
if you would like to come up and take some questions,
I don't know how connected to this topic you feel, but please. Any questions?
Do you have an arching vision for the organization that you'd like to implement?
As one of the largest translators and interpreters associations in the world, I would like to help it grow even bigger and become more recognized as a resource for both translation buyers and translation providers.
Tess, does most of your translation come in the written form? Is it or
So-
verbal?
Translation is written, interpretation is oral.
So you don't do
Personally, I don't do interpretation because there's no demand for it right here in Utah, and most Swedes speak English anyway.
right.
But they want to read in Swedish.
Who is your typical client? What type of organization or individuals hire you?
I work mostly for translation companies where the client, which can be Dropbox, Microsoft, Skype, medical, pharmaceutical companies, and so forth, contact this and say, we need this translated into 10 different languages. And for Swedish, they hire me. But I also work directly with some clients. For example, the Clinton Foundation. I don't know what's going to happen with that now. The EED, which is a au pair and school exchange program, and so forth. Any other questions? Yes.
How well do you think Google Translate works? I mean, do you think that's an effective utility, or do you think it's kind of just working? Okay.
I am not threatened by Google Translate. I think it's a help because there's so much material these days, and the more translation functions there are out there and tools, the more people expect to be able to just click on a button to get the gist of stuff. So Google Translate is good to get the gist of what something means, and it's helpful. And I use it sometimes to Google to find stuff, but it will never replace professional translators for publications and important material.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
And there you go. That could have been an awkward moment right there. But if you want to write those notes to Tess and let her know how she did and maybe what she can do better or whatnot, that would help her immensely in her speech for her candidacy. Our next speaker is Joel